Look at this. Rainy Saturday morning. I've been on here an hour or two. I've just been tidying up and that. I got some ferns yesterday from that when I was cutting that lawn. So I've dotted a couple around there. Got plenty of roots on them. There was only shallow rooted. See how they do there. Planted a couple at the bottom to it, orchard. But I was supposed to be going cutting a big edge today, but not much chance of that. So that'll have to be next week. Look at them sweet peas. Good display this year, eh? Right, this pumpkin. These pumpkins. That one is growing, but it looks like a big ostrich egg. And I think it's because of that rip there. See it? So it's not going to its full potential, that one. But I've just measured it. That's only 23-inch round. This one has caught it up and overtook it because this is 31-inch round now. So it looks like that's the contender. So it's whapping weight on that every day. So now I've got a drip feed of water with a bit of comfrey in, right up root. So I've got that comfrey there where I'll just turn on once every 2 or 3 days. Give it a good feed at that root there. Let's get out of here. Big tomato. He's not so big, but there it is. It's a lot. That leaf out there. There you go. Yeah. But it's ripe anyway, so that's not going to be any good. But look at these two we've got on here. So we still could have a shout in if they start growing. That onion finally started bulking up. So the net's going fatter now, so I'm not measured how round it is, that one. But it's the first size I can't get my hand round it. So hopefully we'll keep that going. Don't hold up much hope for that bean. But it's just started growing again at bottom. So if I can get a spurt on that, might get a bean off that. But I can't see us beating Carol on that, because she's way ahead of us. That's a big tomato too, that's gone. That probably needs to come off. But I'll leave it on, then it doesn't make these go ripe. I'll leave it on as long as I can. Yeah. Them onions are drying out okay. That onion smell has gone out of here now. Tell you what, a cucumber, we won't call it a cucamelon, but it's a melon, isn't it? Look at the size of it. Where's my hand? Let's have a look there. There you go. So that might need a bit more support because it's only on one piece of string. Because I didn't know it was a melon. That's sun gold still growing along there. Just letting it grow along the top there. Take that off. Yeah, but it's still producing flowers and tomatoes, see. Take that off. Yeah, doing well. I've had loads of tomatoes off these especially. This Shirley and this Gardener's Delight. Took loads off the bottom and they're still coming. So we've done well for tomatoes this year. They're all looking healthy. What's that? That's not healthy. Yeah, hang on, we need to take that out. Missed that one, haven't I? What's this? I'll show you. This is what happens when you don't concentrate on a plant. Have a look down here. Look at that. There's an extra one we didn't need. There's another. No wonder it's not growing, that plant. Oh, sorry. Got my hand over the microphone. Yeah. There's another in there. I'm going to have to trim these plants down. Let's have a look a minute. Just sat down here contemplating my jobs for the autumn. That tunnel, not this one, the next one, the netted one, I'm going to move back so it's in line with this one. Then I've got space in the front like that. Then I'm going to move my P-frame and put it up along the front of it in a thin bed. And then I'll have 2 more beds at the front of that instead of at the back. So then I'll have all the front up there for planting. Because really them 2 little beds at the back I only use for onions. So I could put them at the front anyway. But I'm going to do that anyway. That's one of my jobs. I've got to tidy that up there, right up there, you see. All that needs a day's work. And then round here, that needs going up top because they're called having it for tape. They've been telling me months they've been having it, but they've not moved it. So I'll get that up tomorrow if I can. That's free, doing some of my beds. Probably that one, when I move that tunnel. Then everything else on here, I'll do me then. Yeah, if I move that tunnel back, on line with this one, then I've still got my thing up the back there. See this path's not over here, it's too narrow here. I've still got place up the back for spuds in buckets up there, because I can still get down the back. Because if you look, there's a path, so I can get into them. And I can put flowers under them buckets down there, just to fill it up. Oh, it smells it smells lovely, them sweet peas. Nice display that this year. I might cut some of them for house before I go. Yeah, so that's my plan. So I'll move all this back to here, on line with this one, and then I'll have all this room then at the front. And then down there, my pea bed, like I used to have on that side. Just bring that frame, make a pea bed down here. And then I'll have 2 beds either side, at the other side. Yeah. That's my plans for this year. That's all I'm doing on this side. Tidy all buckets here, get that sorted, and move that back. And then I've got Carol's shed for finish. But I'll finish that before winter comes, and then she can get in there. She can get in there now, like, but needs finishing off. Fire and everything's plugged in. Sink just needs a tap on. Yeah. These king headers will be ready in the next week or 2. Because they're starting dying off and falling over now. So I should have a fair crop out of here, hopefully. We've had nothing out of them buckets because I use that crap soil from over there. I'll not be using that again. Look at that balsam again. I chopped that down with a spade the other week. But it's not my job. At the end of the day, I pay rent for it. It should be committee's job, that. Won't see him tomorrow. He needs sorting. Because all that's going to end up over here once it starts firing them little seeds out. It's like a mortar attack. Yeah. That's about it this morning. I was going to do that garden, but it's rain on and off, so leaving that till Thursday now. So I'll fill my week up next week. Yeah. Right. See you at morning. Let's see if that pumpkin's grown in here. So it's 31 inch today. That one. So I want to really grow that if I can, 2 inch a day. But we'll see tomorrow. I'll put that comfrey right up plant there because there's a runner going in ground. So I'll put that dripping on there and it's got dripping water on the end. So at least nice and healthy. Well, they both do. That one, we'll see what happens with that one. It is growing. It's just an odd shape. That's perfect. I think Carol measured hers yesterday. I think hers were 33 inch, so there's not much between them two. But that one wasn't half that size at the beginning of the week, so it is growing, putting some weight on quick. That's Carol's there. That's about, I think it was 33 inch yesterday. But the long beans in here. I think she's definitely on for a trophy. Nice and tidy in here. Oh, it's warm too. Oh, look at this one. I think that's about 34 inch if I remember. But she's got some. Look at that one now. So I think Carol's definitely on for a trophy for her first year. Because in all my years on here, I've never seen one that long. Oh, my glasses are steaming up in here. That's why that bean lights are in there. It's from Thailand. Yeah. So mostly it's tidying up for me this winter. I'm moving that and tidying all this wood up. But not much of a job that from our side. And then a lot of painting. There you go, Henry Road, right, we'll see you at morning, see how big that pumpkin is.